Hey Libra, welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Today we're going to talk about the total full moon lunar eclipse that occurs in Taurus on November 8th, 2022 at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is also a blood moon. So Libra, welcome. I appreciate you all joining me. If this is your first time here, this is where we talk about astrology and the aspects that are going on, as well as pull some tarot cards to sense the energies that are affecting us in our everyday world. If you haven't already liked, subscribed, commented, given me a thumbs up, it really helps my channel grow, and I would love if you would. So thanks so much, Libra. So Libra, at this total lunar eclipse, we do have Scorpio, the sun sitting in Scorpio at 16 degrees, the moon sitting in Taurus at 16 degrees, and we actually have Uranus sitting as well in Taurus at 16 degrees. So we can expect some really out of the blue information, messages, energy. Don't be surprised if you know some layoffs or things that are happening at work or your career or just anything around finances and money. And this can be in the collective, like the stock market or the economy and inflation, or this can be something more closer to home that is maybe at your company or in your family or with your spouse or loved ones. So don't be surprised if we really get some out of the blue messages at this time. We have a stellium of planets sitting in Scorpio. We have the sun, we have Mercury, Venus, as well as the south node. So all of them are within 0 to 7 degrees of this eclipse. So this is just a lot of energy. And when you have a total eclipse, this really means that something could be illuminated at this time. But remember, the energies can be 6, 12, 18 months worth of energy. So please do take a look at those November month aheads for your signs, your sun, moon, and rising sign, but also take a look at the eclipse playlists, okay? All right, Libra, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to pull an oracle card for you. These oracle cards are actually wealth code that have to do with wealth in a physical sense, like your money, your career, your job, how you make money. But wealth is also like how you feel about yourself, right? Or how you, your self-worthiness. So we like to, I like to look at these every 6 months or so just to get a better sense of where the direction we're going. And you have the collaborator moon. I co-create to create. So it says cooperative, receptive, connective, supportive, curious, empathic, responsible, reliable, co-creative. Really love this picture because I feel like this is like where we all would like to be, right? Like this is where we all want to ascend to, is helping others, being really connected with each other. And I feel like the collaborator is really good for you all, Libra, because you all are that sign of like relationship building and bringing people together and talking and really thinking through things and really collaborating. So I think that this card is really on point for you all. So don't be surprised at this, eclipse if you all are feeling like a greater sense of wanting to collaborate, wanting to bring people together, or maybe you feel like, especially with all that scorpionic energy, like you no longer are feeling like you fit in, or you don't feel like the people around you want to collaborate, or you're feeling like, there's a sense of, is it time for me to be leaving this place? That is definitely going to be very much in tune for a lot of people out there with all this Scorpio and Taurus energy. All right, Libra, so let's pull a past, present, and future spread. In the past, you do have the King of Coins in reverse. In the present, you have the Four of Cups. And in the future, you have the Eight of Swords. So already, before we even pull the clarifier cards, Libra, I think it's interesting, a lot of this heaviness surrounding the present and the future. It's like you had some type of money, wealth, news come in the past, but now it's almost like you're kind of contemplating where things are at with that, and it feels just like really heavy and dark. So I think it's just interesting to see like if you all are experiencing any kind of messages or information that you kind of hear through people, or you know, just news at work, or just keep an eye out and keep an ear open and just intuitively sense what is going on around you, because I do feel like there is this, that collaborator moon is kind of like what is really going on under the surface. And remember, Scorpio is that, you know, truth seeker. So maybe things are being said at work, but you can sense something different. So just keep that in mind, okay? All right, so let's pull some clarifiers. Your cards are really choppy, Libra, so let's see what's going on there. So we're going to pull some clarifier cards for the King of Coins, the Four of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. All right, Spirit, let's get them some clarifiers. So for the King of Coins, we do have the Magician card in the reverse. For the Four of Cups, we have the Nine of Cups. And for the Eight of Swords, we have the Death card. This card has come up so much, and it makes sense with it being Scorpio. The Death card really is symbolizing where it is you need to go within and figure out what is no longer serving you, okay? All right, so in the past, Libra, it looks like you had some type of opportunity. Maybe this was a new money-making idea. Maybe there was some kind of job that you took on, or a new role at your job. There's something where you had an opportunity with that Magician card and the King of Coins, possibly to level up, maybe make more money. But with them both being in reverse, I'm not sure if you really melded into that job or you really enjoyed what you were doing. I keep hearing that collaborator card here, like maybe you felt like there was going to be more opportunities to work with people around you, and then once you got into the job, it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. But there definitely was like this high note that you were entering into. But I feel like once you got in there with this Four of Cups and this Nine of Cups, you were like, okay, it kind of feels like I want something I wanted, but at the same time, I'm not quite sure if it's really what I want. Meaning like this Nine of Cups feels like you were really gung-ho about this opportunity, and maybe this is a job you've been wanting for a while, or a career, or a maybe even like the management you thought was going to be one way with that Nine of Cups, like you were really wishing it was going to be. And I feel like at this full moon, lunar eclipse in Taurus, something is going to come out that is like what you wished for isn't really what it is, if that makes sense. Like I feel like with that Four of Cups in the upright position, remember this is just a clarifier, so it's clarifying that really this Four of Cups, maybe someone's been trying to like put little, you've been getting little nuggets of information, but you haven't really been paying attention, and you've kind of been ignoring them, because like with that Nine of Cups, you're like, no, that's not really what it is. Or like, you know, the management's like, oh, we're going to be making some changes for the better in the fall. And you've been like, oh, this is going to be a good thing. But then when we get to the future, I feel like is when it all kind of gets a little dark. And I feel like with the Eight of Swords and the Death card, is when the truth starts coming out. You know, you start finding out like, oh, some people are going to be down, like the company's going to downsize, or possibly the people around you weren't really looking out for your best interests, or maybe this Eight of Swords, you're just kind of confused as to like, okay, they said one thing, but like I see people leaving, or people are starting to turn in their resignation. Something in this Death card and the Eight of Swords for the future, Libra, really has you rethinking where you're at in your life, where you're at with your just with the people you collaborate with, right? Like you all like relationship building, and you're kind of sensing I see that there's no cards here that have a lot of people in them. So it's almost like you're wanting to be the collaborator, but everything here is pointing to just you or just one person. There's no groups of people in any of your spread, which leads me to believe like you're now like needing to do inward work. Like you need to focus on just you and like figure out, is this the place that you want to be? Like it wasn't necessarily what you were thinking it was going to be back here in the past, and now it's evolved into something totally different. So I would say, Libra, do take a look at those eclipse playlist videos, your sun, moon, and rising, as well as the November 2022 month ahead, because I really think, Libra, that you need to assess, like, just be a little more in tune with what's going on at work, but also with people that you surround yourself with, and make sure that there truly is a collaboration. Like you're feeling like you can put your input in, it's being well received. I just feel like there's something that maybe is being hidden at this time. Okay, Libra, I hope you all have a great total lunar eclipse in Taurus, and I'll talk to you later.